Welcome back once again to the first Descendants. Now this one, we're going to be going over an update that's going to be coming out from the community and also the developers themselves. We're going to be talking about reviews, nerfs and buffs that come into the game, ultimate characters, and a lot of things coming from the community, which is actually quite surprising to see in this game at the moment. We're also going to be going over a certain build that has come out recently, and the developers themselves even said that this isn't the craziest build possible in the game, and that build literally kills hard mode bosses in like a second. So first off, let's go ahead and talk about the Steam reviews that have come out for the first Descendants. At first, the reviews were actually mixed or even sometimes negative towards the game, but it's moving towards the positive side. So now that's actually pretty good. It's moving over to like 52% positive now, which is great. That's probably going to be moving up towards how longer we play the game for. Now, that's actually going to be the reason why the developers are responding and communicating with the community recently even more than they have before, or even compared to other developers. Now, they've also responded to the community about updates, nerfs and buffs about the game, and even the builds and farms that are also coming out, as you know how popular they are recently. Obviously the builds coming out with like Glay or Bunny, or even the Lepek build that has come out recently, able to finish bosses in just 2 seconds, and they even said that this isn't even the craziest build possible, and they are not wanting to nerf anything at the moment. That goes for the Tamer, that goes for the Thunder Cage or Bunny for example, or Lepek or Glay. They don't want to nerf anything because they already knew that the community was going to find some pretty crazy builds in the first week of the game, and they're just letting the community and the players run free, which is absolutely great. That's why we're going to be seeing the reviews going even better, because they're not only trying to even leave the game and leave the players to do what they want, they don't want to take that away. They're just giving us more. And that comes also with the drop rate info that has come out recently. The drop rates in the game are actually kind of crazy, and the community responded to the developers about it, and they gave us basically an update to give us a better drop chance for certain materials, which is great. So I'm really happy that the developers aren't trying to change the game in ways that the player base does not want it to be changed. They're only just trying to make it better and for players to have even more fun, and trying to not scare players away but bring in more and keep the current ones there. So keeping the drop rates at the same or even making them just a little bit better, it's definitely going to make people wanting to play the game more often, which is, you know, definitely the right way to go. Now, recently, after the game has been out for about a week now, ultimate characters are now coming in and being more common for us free-to-play players. Now, obviously, these things do take a while to farm, and especially with now people are moving over to endgame and trying to understand how the farms work and endgame and everything like that. So people are finding the best farms, and now the ultimate characters for free-to-play players are coming and being more common. So if you go to Albion now, you're going to be seeing a lot of ultimate bunnies, because people just love bunny anyway. But you're going to see a lot more of them, and probably like 60% of them, 70% are free-to-play players. So you by now probably already have an ultimate character, as well as I do. So yeah, there we go. Obviously, you can just swipe your credit card and have all the ultimate characters, but we'll just say it takes a few days to get these characters, or probably just a day in grinding. Next up, let's have a look at this crazy Thunder Cage running at an insane amount of DPS, and basically like more or less a perfect gold roll right there. Proficiency at level 40, insane critical hit damage, firearm attack, wing point damage, and critical fire hit rates. I mean, this is like my dream Thunder Cage. Mine is pretty good, but it's definitely not like this one, which is kind of a dream to get, and I'll definitely be wasting a lot of materials in order to get something like this. Next up is a Reddit post about this NPC right here, Descendant, which is the weapon lab director. He basically just sells you blue weapons and like really shitty weapons, and he'll just buy weapons from you, but really like useless. This guy said, I don't know if this guy has a use, but he does, then please tell me. But if not, then why is he in the game? I actually don't know why he's in the game. I guess it's just to kind of fill Albion a little bit better, because I don't really see a reason to sell weapons. I'd rather just dismantle them for shards or materials or gold even. So yeah, this guy, I don't understand. And buying weapons from him, again, why would I buy blue weapons? There's no reason to. So maybe they can actually change him later on, because we could probably see a use for him. Maybe like some sort of like trading system with this guy, or something at least anyway. So tell me down in the comments if you've ever used this guy. I don't think I've actually ever used them once, unless it was for like a video to show an example of like dismantling or something. That's about it. So apparently also this Reddit post coming in, they also found a cheater. I think this is like the first cheater that's been spotted in the first Descendants. You can see he's basically just like looking left and right and just destroying all the enemies as soon as they spawn, which is quite funny. I mean, it's not exactly breaking the game. There's no real end competitive play in this game, so if anything, he's actually kind of helping these people out. Obviously cheaters should not be in the game at all, but I mean, he's not really doing any harm unless people actually want to play these missions. Then yeah, obviously probably shouldn't be playing with a cheater, but I don't think he's really doing any harm, and it's kind of interesting to see a cheater in a game like this. Another Reddit post coming in, also this guy said 12 hours, 45 tries, no 6% chance anyone want to die. So he's obviously trying to go for that ultimate Ajax, and those drops for these ultimate characters are absolutely insane. So yeah, I mean, if you're going to be going for these ultimate characters, which, I mean, understandably they should be a bit more rare, but 12 hours is absolutely insane. On top of that, the time to craft these characters is crazy. I think it takes like over a day, over 2 days, 3 days, 4 days or something like that, which is honestly putting like 12 hours into just getting the materials. On top of that, you have to wait days to craft it. Yeah, that's kind of insane. Another build here coming in from an Enzo build, which basically gives you 60% crit rate and nearly unlimited shields, big buffs and ammo. So these builds right now actually getting out of hand, especially with how powerful the Lepek build is, and then this guy comes in with a 60% crit rate damage with an unlimited shield is insane. So yeah, these builds are going to be even better with how long people play the game and understand these characters. So we'll see exactly how things change and what character is actually the best, because before we thought Bunny, we thought maybe even Valby was good, but it looks like the characters that were put in the bottom of the tier list are looking to be the best. Here I want to show you guys a spreadsheet that was recently created, basically showing you on how to get everything in the game, and it's going to help you guys out a lot to see exactly what character uses what material, where to get it and how to get it, and exactly the percent of drop rate that it's going to be at. So if you're looking for something like something in Kingston, it's going to tell you exactly where to get it and the chance of dropping that. So it's going to be very useful to a lot of players, and I think it's going to be useful for you guys as well. Instead of trying to search up exactly what you want to find, this is going to help you out a lot. It's, you know, it's categorized by planets and by fusions and by the characters and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely something to look into if you're trying to farm for something. And that is pretty much it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed and trying to keep up with the community and the developers while I try to as well. And it would give you guys exactly what is being said and the latest news as well as other videos on the game. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all very soon.